What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jay Stokes back at it again, and welcome to the Convo Show. This is the second recording, and I just wanted to start off by saying thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to everybody that has already subscribed. And if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be on iTunes podcast. I had to get 3 episodes and then post with the podcast. But right now I am on YouTube, and please go subscribe to the Convo Show. And but thank you for the people who have subscribed. Very, 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 very appreciative. And I want to thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. You didn't have to do it, but you did. You didn't have to listen and watch the video, but 70 people did. I think I'm at about 70 views, and I'm humbled. I know I'm not a big celebrity or anything like that, but 70 views means a lot to me. And the 39 subscribers means even more. So keep viewing, keep subscribing. Please keep spreading it by word of mouth, repost if you want. But once again, I'm humbled. I want to thank you, thank you, thank you. And I wanted to start my show by saying that. The topic that I'm bringing up today is the power of sorry, as promised, from the 3 topics that I posted on Instagram, TCS _ J Stokes on Instagram. The power of sorry. Oftentimes people don't understand how strong this word really is, or why it means so much for people to hear it. So let's start the conversation. Sorry is defined as, and it has 3 definitions. Sorry is defined as feeling distress, especially through sympathy with someone else's misfortune, feeling regret, or the last one, in a poor, pitiful state or condition. So when you consider these definitions, I want to ask you a few questions or make a few statements to make my point, and we'll be done. Who is the sorry for? Now, the sorry is for the person you are saying it to. They need to hear it. But the act of saying sorry is for you. Let me break that down. When you say sorry to the person needs to hear it, because by you saying sorry, they need to hear it as an acknowledgement of your guilt, and to see if you can humble yourself in that moment for their heart, for their own personal understanding, for their own reasonings, because you value them. You value them and they value you, and they want to see in that moment how valuable are they to you, and can you humble yourself in that moment to say, hey, I offended you and I didn't mean to. It landed differently. It landed in a different way than I expected it to, and I just want to acknowledge that and say sorry. Now, the act of it is for you, because let's go back to the definition. The definition says feeling regret, or feeling distress, or in a pitiful state or condition. So if you genuinely feel that way about what just transpired between you and that other person, then that's a clear indication that you need to say sorry for yourself, to vindicate yourself, to get a release. Because the act is for you to release that guilt and move forward with your life. If you hold on to things or skip over it with no intent, then it harbors. It festers. It creates arguments. It creates this tension. It does things in whatever relationship that is, whether it's girlfriend, boyfriend, mother, son, daughter, father, whatever the case may be. It's going to harbor and build frustration. So what you need to realize is you need to let that go for yourself. Because even if you're in a situation where you say sorry because you actually are genuinely sorry, but the person you offended does not accept your apology, you're vindicated because you said you apologized. You said that you are sorry. You humbled yourself, expressed your guilt, and it's gone. You released it. Now it's up to that other person to accept it and to get over it for themselves. Now, if the person is wanting to sorry so they can move forward, then that's simple. You say sorry for them. You say sorry for you because you actually are sorry, and it's done. That's how you break that down, and that's who it's really for. But the big meat and potatoes of it is, why is it so important to hear the word, or why is it so important to hear the word? And then the caveat is it more important to hear the word or see the action? And before I deep dive into that, I polled the word sorry, and a lot of individuals said that sorry appears as weak. But if you are truly sorry, then how you look in the moment shouldn't matter. And the mere act is about humbling yourself. The mere act of saying sorry is humbling yourself. To humble yourself means that I put all pride to the side, and the way I feel about you is more important than how I feel about me in this moment. So therefore, I need to say sorry to let you know that I acknowledge my wrongs. I acknowledge what I have done in this situation, and I want to make it right. So therefore, I'm sorry. That's what it's all about. Acknowledging your wrongs. And oftentimes people can't do that. They want to use other words like I apologize or my bad. But some people need to hear the actual word, SORRY, because in my opinion, I apologize, or my bad, or that I didn't mean to do that. That's not what I intended. Those are all soft words, soft excuses from using the actual word, because sorry, to me, the word sorry breaks it down to the core. It actually makes people, the reason why people will say that it appears like a weak, because they're like, I'm not sorry. I'm not a sorry individual. Why would I sit there and say sorry to you? Because I'm not saying that you as a person are sorry. I'm saying that I need to hear you say sorry to me because you offended me. And if you really care about me, if we value each other, then it shouldn't be a problem. Because to me, in my mind, if you could say I apologize, you could say you're sorry. If you're genuinely sorry. If you're not genuinely sorry, then there's no reason for us to speak, because it's a lie. It'll fester. It's going to come back up on your behalf, because at that point I'm done with it. I heard what I needed to hear. But for you, you didn't really mean it. So that means if something happens in the future, it's going to come back up, and we're going to keep bringing up history. And I moved past it. So when you bring it back up, now I'm looking at you sideways because I don't understand where this is coming from. When you said that you apologized, when you said that you were sorry, I'm sorry. Look, when you said that you were sorry, then it should have ended right there. But when you use those soft words and you don't say the word, that there's a problem. And you need to just say the word, because saying the word will allow everything to go, because that means to the core, you did not mean to offend that person. To the core, you didn't mean what just transpired. And the second part behind saying it, guys, is the action behind it. Because first, what I want to talk about is why it's important to hear the word. And that's basically what I was just saying. But my caveat is it more important to hear the word, or is it more important to see the action? For me, they go hand in hand, but I have to see the action. So really, it's probably 60-40 for me. I can hear the word. I would like to hear sorry. I don't really like I apologize, or my bad, or I didn't mean it. That's not me. I'd rather hear the word, because the word lets me know that you're in full acknowledgement, because you can say it. People say what they mean. So if you can say it, that means I can at least believe that you mean it. But now it's time to see that work. Now it's time to see the acts of good faith, the action behind your words. So, when it comes down to the action, people often leave it at, I'm sorry. So take for instance, if somebody cheats on you, or if, something transpires. Let's stay with cheating. Somebody cheats on you and they say, I'm sorry. And you say, okay, I forgive you. People make mistakes. I'll take it back. But the person does it again. I don't understand how you can cheat on me again because you just say you're sorry. Yeah, it might have been a year ago or 2 years ago, but you were sorry. We acknowledge the fact that it was wrong, and you're back doing it again. Your actions don't match your words. But you looked at me and told me you were sorry, and wonder why we're now having an argument again. And wonder why this time I'm a lot more upset than I was the last time, because last time there was no reason to say sorry prior to it happening because it never happened. So I let it go one time, I forgave you, little stink self, and you did it again. So now I'm even more mad than I was the first time, and now I want to know why I should keep you. But now you don't understand why I'm this mad, because I wasn't mad the first time and you're using my past experience but not realizing now I've been through a new experience, so now my anger is different. Because we're giving half sorries. So I'm trying not to curse because I told my mother I would curse. So we're giving half sorries. So when are we going to be real with ourselves and actually humble ourselves when saying sorry? Because if you were really sorry, then the cheating wouldn't happen, and you would change. Your behavior would change. You would look different. You would act different. You would be showing signs of good faith throughout. It wouldn't just be a moment. It would be a consistency. It wouldn't just be in the intermediate. It would be permanent. So when you're telling somebody sorry, make sure that there's intent behind it. Make sure that there's a sense of meaning behind it, and that you put action behind your words. If God only said things but never did anything, never performed any miracles, never had the burning bush, parted the Red Sea, fed them, fed 500 with the bread. I hope the number was right, but did all the miraculous things that he did behind him saying that I am the way and the light, and all things come through me and follow all the other things. If he just spoke that stuff, you would be like, okay. But his actions allowed you to believe, so it allows you to have faith. So therefore, why would you just say something and then not have actions behind it? You can't have empty words and not have action behind it. That's hurtful, it's deceitful, it's manipulative, and it's not right. And once again, I'm sorry, I'm getting passionate. This is just my opinion, but it's not right. It's lying. It's lying because you're not sorry. You don't really care about what you did. You just still want me for some apparent reason. So you just want to get past the situation, and that's not how it works. Because whatever the saying the word sorry, it needs to happen. Point blank, end of story. It needs to happen. It needs to happen because saying sorry is a precursor for healing on both parts, no matter how small the infraction. So if saying sorry is a precursor for healing, that means there has to be actions. So when you get a cut, you have to nurse that wound. You have to put the neosporin, the antiseptic, the peroxide, the Band-Aid. Then after it's at a certain point, you take the Band-Aid off. Like, you're just paying it more attention. And then when it heals, you put the cocoa butter on it, depending on your pigmentation and your melon. And you're nursing that wound so you can get better. You're nursing it back to health. You're nursing yourself back to health. So why wouldn't you nurse a sorry? Because obviously there's now a fresh wound that has transpired, and it needs to be healed. So you say sorry. That's the acknowledgement. I just cut somebody. I just inflicted damage on somebody, emotionally, mentally, however the case may be. Now I need to nurse that wound. I need to heal that wound. So now my actions is what's healing that wound. I'm gonna keep it around relationships. Saying I love you. Saying, like, okay, let's take it to the cheating example. Saying I love you. Coming home on time. Your phone faced up. and off. He's paying me more attention. He's attentive. He's intentful. He's doing things without me asking. Wait, a month has went by. He's still doing it. 2 months, 3 months. He's still doing it. He's blocking relationships. He's building relationships. He's building with me. He's intentful. We're going on meaningful dates for no reason. He's showing acts of good faith. And he's been consistent. It hasn't just been a week after and he's went right back to playing 2K and ignoring me or being on his phone all day or being on social media all day. He's here. He's present. Or she. You have to put actions behind your words. It's a precursor. The word sorry is more than just a word. That word can make you or break you in any situation, scenario, or whatever the case may be. I'm speaking from experience in most of these situations, okay? You have to put actions behind your word, especially sorry. It has to be actions behind it. It's so important and detrimental to the mending, the healing, and the bonding process that comes behind whatever transpired for you to even have to say sorry to that person. You have to put the action behind it if you really mean it. So, in the grand scheme of things, and to tie it all in, if you're going to say sorry, mean it. And if you mean it, show it. And once you do those two things, you'll prosper. And your relationships, or whoever it is you need to say sorry to, you'll start the healing process. If it's a relationship, if it's your boyfriend, girlfriend, say sorry and put the action behind it to heal that wound, to heal that lack of trust, to heal that uncertainty, to heal that worry, to heal whatever went on in that relationship, that anxiety, that doubt. It'll heal that. If it's a parental relationship, say sorry to your daughter or your son. Say sorry to your mother or your father. Start the healing process. Whatever they did, whatever may have happened, life is too short for you to not start that healing process. It's way too short. And if you don't want to start it, if they don't want to start it for you. Vindicate yourself. Release your own guilt. Release that anger. Release that frustration. It starts with sorry. Even God wants you to ask for forgiveness. He said all you got to do is ask once. So if he requires you to ask for forgiveness and say what? Sorry for your sins, why can't you just say sorry to that person or to your mother or to your father or to your sister, your cousin, your friend, and start the healing process? You don't have to be best friends with them. You don't have to be married, but start your healing process. It starts with sorry. It ends with your actions. And that's all there is to it, people. It's so much power behind that word. It's so much power. But that's all I wanted to tell you today. There will be more shows coming. Please comment. And I'll be posting more. I'll be doing more. All right. Have a good one.